Hello students, today we will see example 2.8. Now in this example, we have initially a capacitor where the distance between the two plates of capacitor is D. This is the initial situation, and a slab of dielectric constant K has same area as the plate of parallel plate capacitor, but the thickness is 3/4 D is introduced. Find the new capacitance. Now in our theory, when we derived the formula, it was entire space between the two plates of capacitor was filled with the dielectric, but here the dielectric thickness is only 3/4 D. So now you have to derive a new capacitance. If the entire space is filled with the dielectric, the capacitance becomes 1/K times, that we know. But in this situation, the entire space is not filled, only 3/4 D of the space is filled. So let us consider all the initial situation when air is dielectric. So let C naught be the capacitance when air is dielectric. Therefore, C naught will be equal to epsilon naught A by D. That is our equation 1. Let V naught be the potential difference and E naught be the electric field intensity. Therefore, relation between V naught and E naught is E naught is equal to V naught by D. This implies V naught is equal to E naught by D. That is equation number 2. We have to derive the new capacitance when the dielectric is introduced. Now let us say that the dielectric introduced in it occupy only 3/4 of the thickness. So this is 3/4 D. This is a dielectric. So if the total distance between the two plates is D, 3/4 of D is occupied by dielectric. So the remaining portion is 1/4. So air is still there in 1/4 portion. When dielectric is introduced, then see the steps. Then nu V can be written as V air plus V dielectric. Now the potential difference in the region where there is an air, this is the air portion. Air portion is still there here. This is the air portion. And the V of dielectric will change because the polarization process will not be there as it was there in the case of air. There the entire space was filled with the dielectric. So that polarization process still is there, but it is not same as that in the case of air as a dielectric, or when we filled the entire space by the dielectric. Now there will be the potential will be the sum of the potential difference of air and dielectric. Therefore, V can be written as, now V air, so it can be written as E naught. Now air is left is D/4 only. So we apply the formula or the relation between V and E naught, that is V is equal to E naught, the remaining portion is D/4, plus E of dielectric and the portion is 3 by d4. Therefore, V is equal to E naught d by 4 plus, now the electric field intensity when the charges will be induced, we know that this plate is positively charged, this plate is negatively charged. So induced electric field will be opposite to the external electric field that we know. This is the direction of induced electric field. Now the electric field intensity will become 1 by K times the initial. That you have to remember. So E formula remains same, that it becomes 1 by K times, but only for 3D by 4 portion. So in the place of E, I am writing E naught divided by capital K into 3D by 4. Now we need a relation in the terms of the initial quantities, that is V naught is equal to E naught D. So I can take out E naught D as a common. So V is equal to E naught D is common. This is 1 by 4 plus 3D by 4K. And therefore V is equal to E naught D. This is equal to K plus 3D upon 4K. So we take LCM as a 4K. So it becomes 4K plus 3D, sorry, K plus 3D upon 4K. So see that the E naught D, that is our initial potential difference. So V is equal to V naught K plus 3D upon 4K. So clearly the potential decreases, but it is not 1 by K times. So when the entire space between the two plates of capacitor is filled with the dielectric, the potential becomes 1 by K times. Here it becomes V naught K plus 3D upon 4K. So this is new V. Now, new capacitance when the dielectric is introduced. So C is equal to Q. Now this Q remain unchanged. So it is written as Q naught upon nu V. So we write the new capacitance in the terms of charge divided by this new voltage. Now substituting this V here, we can get the formula for the capacitance to be C is equal to Q naught V naught K plus 3D 4K. Now this is our Q naught, oh sorry, C naught, that is the initial capacitance when air is dielectric. So I can write C is equal to 4K C naught upon K plus 3D, where C naught is equal to Q naught, which remains unchanged. So the new capacitance, as you see, in that situation when the entire plate was filled with the dielectric, the capacitance becomes K time. Now here it becomes 4K upon K plus 3D. Now if the value of K is given or D is given, we can substitute this value. So this is how we calculate the capacitance. It will increase, but it is not K times as you see it. Now you have to remember that whenever dielectric is introduced, V should always be written as V air plus V dielectric. So the potential difference also decreases, but it does not becomes 1 upon K times and the capacitance does not become K times. So this is a new part which was not there in our theoretical portion. See example 2.3. Two source charges are given plus and minus. So for plus the field lines are radially outwards, for minus the field lines are radially inward, that they know. We have to find out the sign of the potential difference between Vp and Vq and Vp greater than 0. Now potential means work done against the field. So in this situation, Vp minus Vq means work is done by great positive charge from Q to P. So clearly when we move from Q to P, we are against the field. So potential at P will be more. So in the case of others, if I place a positive charge at point P, it will not stop at point A, it will move towards the negative charge. So we have to stop it immediately at point A. So against here we can say the work is done against the field. Work done against does not always mean that you are moving opposite to the direction of the field line. See, in this situation, when we move from Q to P, such potential, when here see you are moving opposite to the field line. In this situation, when I move from Q to A, I am moving in the direction of the field, but I need to stop inside of the, so I have to work against the field. So work done against the field, so Vp will be greater than Va in moving. This is the situation. So one concept is orally I can find out the negative. In both the cases, Vp is greater than Vq and Vp is greater than Va. In this situation, we have to stop in between. Suppose both are solid push you from the back. The car you may go to 5 meters. Then you are free. And you side. But suppose if someone push you and I don't want to be free, I don't want to go to 5 meters. So my force will be opposite to that person. I have to stop it. So this is the situation. If I discharge at B, it will reach up to A. So that is work done by the field. In between, I have to stop. Then it is work done against the field. So one is by oral, I can say Vp is greater than Vq and Vp is also greater than Another thing is potential is inversely proportional to R minus K. V is equal to KQ by R. So I can minus P if for a point P the distance is less, so its potential is more. For Q, the distance from the source is more, so the potential will be less. Same case with this B and A. A is near, so its potential comes out to be greater than is the B. But here the source is negative, so you are moving against the field and you have to stop in between. You can say that we have a source as negative. So in the case of negative polarity, if I say 1 upon R, 1 upon the distance of J, so for distance A, this is the potential at A, potential at B. But if magnitude is the source is negative. Now, so if A is less, when we move from value of A, the distance of when A is less, say I take this distance as a meter. So it comes out to be 1 by 2. This will be equal to 0.5. And if this distance is 3, say 1 by 3, it comes out to be 0.3. So now it seems that Va is greater than Vp, but we have a source as negative. So you know the formula KQ upon distance. So it actually comes out to be minus 0.5 and it comes out to be minus 0.3. So here we will minus 0.3 is more than this because V2 is less negative compared to the initial formula, we inversely propose to the R will so over when or and delay by the potential. And if all these things is confuse you, simply take the distance. You simply take the distance for this. Let RP is equal to 2 meter, RQ is equal to 3 meter. For this, you take RA is equal to 2 meter and RB is equal to 3 meter. And because we find out the potential difference between P and Q, so we can find out VP minus VQ is equal to K so 1 upon 2 minus 1 upon 3. So now you see that this value comes out to be positive. Therefore, VP minus VQ is greater than 0. Therefore, VP is greater than VQ. So that moral energy explanation is difficult to take the value and apply the formula. For this, VB minus VA, so this is equal to R1 minus KQ 1 upon 2 minus Q 1 upon 3 RA minus 1 upon 2. Where the source is negative. So this comes out to be. Here you see that with this data we will get a negative term, and that negative term will become positive. So if we take this values, VB minus VA comes out to be greater than 0, and therefore VB is greater than VA. So this is the way which we find out the sign between A and B and A. Now, let us come to the second part. Use the second part. Give the sign of the potential energy difference. Give the sign of the potential energy difference. This is between point Q and B and A and B. Now you have to give the sign of potential energy difference. So let us say how we will give the sign of the potential energy difference. For negative charge, your test charge is negative. Now clearly, for us to know this point, so in this case you will find the potential energy difference of a small negative charge between P and P. That is the highlight of U minus charge UP, which is for all this situation matters. RP is equal to 2 meter, RQ is equal to 3 meter, RA is equal to 2 meter, RB is equal to 3 meter. So that there is no confusion. Otherwise, on area, so we can easily find out the potential difference and the potential energy difference. Now we know the formula for this. This is equal to Q. So this is the VQ minus VQ. This is the situation. Now we know that in this sum, in the first case, VP was greater than this. Now VP was greater means this term is negative. This term is negative. But at the same time, your test charge is negative. So this negative becomes positive. So UQ will be greater than UP. Here, so we can take the help of the first part. Here VP was greater than VQ. That we have written. So this term is negative. This term is negative. And we have this as a negative charge. The source charge, test charge is negative. If you have confusion, you can write charge to the minus Q. Now that can be written as K. Let us name this as a source Q. So AQ upon 3 minus KQ upon 2. Now again you say within this term is negative. So it comes out to be greater than we don't have any charge. Here negative is negative. So greater than 0. So this implies U is greater than 0. So for this situation, we have to find out A and B. So UA minus UB can be first written as Q is equal to VA. So in this situation, in the earlier case, in the part 1, VB was greater, VB minus VA was positive. Here it is opposite. So this is minus term. If I compare the first chart, this is minus, this is also minus. So in this situation, UA inside to be greater than UA. Clearly, if I am taking a unit negative charge from B to A, from 0 to A, so whatever A minus U is C to A. Okay? So clearly, I have to do work against so I will bring the negative charge. And for this also, if I come from say U is UA. So Q is a final position. I am moving from P to Q. Taking the negative charge. So I have to do one again. So instead of this solution, I can directly tell you. So right here we have a negative charge. Final minus initial. So initial is P. So I want to direct the negative charge away. So I have to do one against because this positive charge will try to attract the negative charge. So I have to do work against the charge. And for this, your final position, so your negative charge has to be brought against the so U is greater than U. So either you orally otherwise no problem. We can substitute the 12 minus Q. Then we have a case of so now is also negative. So I put the sign as so plus P upon R is 2 minus no that upon capacity. So this say you have this as a minus sign. So first I have written like this. So this is minus, and this is my source is minus. Now I take this minus sign outward. So it becomes plus Q. Q is common. 1 by 2. This minus is outside. Plus 3. So again this term comes out to be positive. So I did say that therefore UA is greater than U. So this is with the help of values. Values are not given, but we can always assume the values. So this is the part. And by logical also we can say whether the work is done against the field or work is done by the field effect. So third part. Say this work done by the field in moving a small positive charge from Q to P on this index. So orally you have to move from Q to P. You have to take a small positive charge. So a small positive charge is moved from Q to P. That is work done against the field. Plus cannot move towards distance. So when it is against the field, you have to spend the energy. So that energy is positive is equal to potential energy difference between positive. But by the find out work done by the field. So work done by the field is 6. So if I try to bring the unit positive charge from Q to P, then I am moving against the field. So that is a work done against the field. It becomes positive. But here it is asked work done by the field. So remember, if the work is done by the field, it comes out with integration. So if we are as of the field sign, when it was against, it was minus initial. So if you don't understand this logically, I can say work is done from capacity. This formula we have to minus. So this comes out to be for a unit positive charge. If it is one positive charge, a unit positive charge, then I can write Q. So we have to put from Q to P. So Vp minus that is work done by the phase formula. This is work done by the field. So again, Q is a test charge. I can write Q upon RT, that is RT is equals to minus Q upon 3. Clearly, this value is greater than or 0. This is work done Q to P is greater, Q to P is greater than 0 for this is the formula for against field. Now, if it is the work done by the field, we know it should be written opposite. That is, here we write final minus initial, there you can write initial minus final. So, work done by field is negative. So this is how we find out the work done by the field in moving a small positive charge. Then we move to the D part. So this is an orally we can say positive, work done is positive, negative if we know the concepts of potential energy difference, potential difference and potential energy. That was our first two introductory part of the chapter. Now, the D portion, sign of work done by external agency, yani external field in moving negative charge from B to A. So, now here we have a negative charge. Now it is clear that it will not move by itself from B to A because both are negative. So you have to do work against the field. Work done against the field. Work done against the field is always positive. Suppose we don't understand this logic, so clearly it should be the work done by external field from B to A. So from B to A, we have a negative charge. So I put minus Q. B to A, if it is the work done against, then I write VA minus VB, final minus initial. This is equal to, now I substitute this value and we will see that this one should come out to be positive. So minus Q, again VA minus KQ upon RA, because the source is negative, then minus KQ upon RB. Let us take this minus common, so plus Q, KQ common, 1 upon RA, that is 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3. Now you see this, therefore VBA comes out to be greater than 0. So work done is positive. So work done is positive because it is done against the field. So this is a D portion. Now, does the kinetic energy increases or decreases for a small negative charge in moving from B to A? The kinetic energy will increase or decrease. Now clearly if you see, it is here you have to logically give the answer. A negative charge is placed at B. Now when we move from B to A, when you move from B to A, here you see you are moving against the field. When you are moving against the field, your work done was positive. Now, this work done is against the field. Now, if I freely keep the electron at this point, at point B, it will be accelerated outward. It will be accelerated outward. Or if I keep it at point A, it will be accelerated outward, so its velocity will increase. So its velocity will increase from A to B. In this situation, I have to move against the field. So due to the force of repulsion, when I move from B to A, due to the force of repulsion, its speed will decrease. So when an electron is moved from B to A, there is force of repulsion. There is a force of repulsion on it. So its kinetic energy decreases. Clearly, it will not move. Or you can say, if I throw an electron towards the source negative charge, its speed will keep on decreasing till its speed becomes 0, and then it will be thrown out. So clearly, here the work done against, or you can say because the work was done against work was done against the field, and now when the work done against the field is positive, then the kinetic energy also decreases. Now let us see question number 15 of exercise. We have two spherical shell, one is of radius r1 and other is of radius r2, plus Q, capital Q charge is on our outer shell, and the charge plus Q, small q, is placed at the center of the cell. Find the surface density of inner and outer surface of the shell. Clearly, if I place positive charge at the center of the inner shell, the charge induced on the surface of the inner shell will be negative, and the same amount of charge, this is minus q, minus small q charge, will be induced on the inner surface. So this is the induced charge. This is the induced charge minus q. Now when the charges, from where does this charge come? This is we have a cavity. So this charges comes from the outer spherical shell, and the negative charge of the outer spherical shell has moved towards the inner spherical shell. So the plus q amount of charge will increase on the outer surface. So this charge, which was q, now becomes q plus q. It means there is a deficiency of the electrons or the negative charge which is induced on the inner sphere. Now you have to find out the surface density of inner sphere. Now we know that for surface, let it be sigma I. So sigma I will be equal to, we have the surface charge density, charge upon area. So it becomes minus q upon 4 pi r1 square. So this is the due to induced charge, the surface charge density is negative. And for the outer surface, say sigma naught, the charge is increased and it becomes q plus q upon 4 pi r square. So this is the A part of the question. Here, this is the electric field intensity inside the metallic sphere. So we consider this as a metallic portion or a metallic sphere, hollow sphere. It is a spherical shell. So E becomes 0 here. And the electric field intensity inside the cavity will also be 0 if it consists of equal number of positive and negative charge. Now the next question is electric field inside cavity 0 even if the shell is not spherical but any irregular shape? Now let us consider an irregular shape spherical shell, and inside it the cavity is also irregular shaped. Here we don't have any charge, so it is 0 charge in it, no charge. It is given in the question, is electric field inside cavity no charge is 0, so there is no charge in it. If it have a charge, then it will have an electric field intensity. Now we have not taken the shell to be a spherical, it is irregular shape, and we have to find out whether the electric field inside the cavity is 0. So I consider a Gaussian surface. This is a Gaussian surface, dotted line. Now we know that this portion, this Gaussian surface consists of the cavity plus some portion of the outer shell also. It is irregular shape. Here we have taken it to be spherical. So this portion inside, the entire inside of the irregular shaped spherical shell is electric field intensity is 0. And there is no charge enclosed, so E is also 0 inside it. So whatever is the shape of this cavity or the outer shell, the electric field intensity is 0. Now let us come to exercise question number 33. The question is, we have to design a parallel plate capacitor whose rating is 1 kilovolt with the dielectric constant to be 3. So you have to design one parallel plate capacitor having a dielectric constant 3, and the maximum electric field, that is the dielectric strength it can withstand, is 10⁷ volt per meter. We know that for safety purpose we generally take 10% of this Emax. The capacitor which you have to design should be of 50 picofarad. So what should be the minimum area of this capacitor? So clearly we need to find out the area. So we can apply the formula C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. But here we have to make a parallel plate capacitor with some dielectric substance whose dielectric constant is 3. So instead of epsilon naught, I can write K epsilon naught. So we know that capacitance of capacitor having dielectric medium is given by C is equal to K epsilon naught A by D. That is our equation number 1. This is a simple MCQ like question. Now C we have picofarad, K 3, epsilon naught we know, D you have to find out D, area, that is we have to find out the area, that is the question. So we first need to find out D. Also you have to remember E should be equal to 10% of Emax. This is for safety purpose, otherwise the dielectric medium get damaged or the polarization is affected. So when the dielectric medium is introduced, the polarization take place. So the polar molecules or non-polar molecules get disrupted beyond this Emax. So we have to take for safety purpose the 10% of Emax. So it becomes 10 upon 100 into 10⁷. So directly it can be written as 10⁶ volt per meter. Now V is 1 kilovolt. So that is 10�3 volt. So I have to find out the distance. Now distance between the two plates of capacitor is equal to E is equal to V by D. So D can be written as V by E. So that is equal to 10 raised to 3 divided by 10 raised to 6. So this is equal to 10 raised to minus 3 meter. Now we substitute this 10 raised to minus 3 meter in equation number 1. From equation 1, A can be written as, we need to find out A. So A can be written as CD upon K epsilon naught. Now you simply substitute the value. This is 50 pico. So 50 into 10 raised to minus 12 into distance between the two plates of the capacitor is found to be 10 raised to minus 3 meter. So we substitute that value 10 raised to minus 3 divided by capital K, dielectric constant 3, epsilon naught 8.85 into 10 raised to minus 12. You substitute this value and you will get the area in meter square. So whatever calculation is left as an exercise, you find out the area of this capacitor. So here we wind up our chapter 2 also. This was the last question of chapter 2. So we have discussed all the illustrations as well as all the exercise, all numericals of exercise in chapter 2. So we wind up our chapter 2. In the coming lecture, we will start chapter number 3. Have a good day.